Welcome, Simon. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing very good and good to connect. You're in Australia, I'm in the UK. It's hot over in Australia. It's the opposite here in the UK, and it's great to be here sharing the information and again answering questions, keeping people updated, what's going on, etc. So yeah, it's great to be here.
Awesome. So now, a few days ago, actually, it was yesterday, Monday, they stopped the arbitrage system. Now it's become a private club, correct?
That is correct, yeah. So it's a private members club because the company had it wasn't MindCAPITAL, it was the exchanges. They created some problems for MindCAPITAL, which we've gone through in separate Zoom calls, and the company have also done that. So literally, they're not accepting any new members into the arbitrage, and it's just an enclosed club now. So again, it's great that they've done that for the members that are already members. But unfortunately, any new members cannot take advantage of the arbitrage anymore. But we knew there was a limit to it anyway, even without the exchanges, a few of the exchanges causing a few problems there. So outside of that, we're still making money, obviously, with the arbitrage, which is great. And like I keep saying, any money that you make for which is a passive return is basically free money, and it's something to be absolutely grateful for. And however, what they've done, MindCAPITAL, okay, they brought the tokens out, and the tokens more than compensate what we were getting in the exchange. So the arbitrage, shall I say, and because we've seen the returns there, literally 16% and 20% in the last 18 days alone, which is fabulous. So that's kind of like a little bit of an update there. And again, we've got the new things to look forward to also.
Yeah, the new bots they mentioned. I think we've got one that kind of lending thing, or some sort of one that can do 2 tokens or something like that. And we'll find out more about those in due course.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, this is I don't really know too much information out there. You kind of look around the different, like there's a lot of Telegram groups. There's a lot of different, you kind of you wouldn't want to know by phone. It's like I forget how many Telegram groups I'm in, and then all the WhatsApp, and then all the Facebook and the Facebook group chats. It's endless. So, but whatever we can find out, because everyone wants, what's the latest information on the new bot? We don't really know, although we do know that they've been testing it, and we know some of the results the company have been getting, because Gonzalo said on Monday, yeah. And we obviously, the great thing about that is you are going to be able to compound, because remember, when a bot's producing whatever profit, you can use that profit to add to the capital to make even more.
And with that, so let's say they bring out this new bot, whatever it is, and they bring me out, they get to bring out 6.
Yeah.
Coming. So there's lots coming with this.
Yeah.
They make us a bucket load of money for anyone who's going to stick with this. And the current situation is a lot of people, since the arbitrage has been closed, they don't know what to do. They've got, I think you mentioned something, this new compensation plan coming out with the tokens, which you just saw in Spanish. I think you're trying to get one in English.
Mm-hmm.
And I must say, the tokens are really fascinating. They've done a few trades, bought a few, sold a few. I think you mentioned that they may even reduce the fees for that, because I found, is that?
Yeah, so they were looking at So of course, MindCAPITAL have got their own exchange, and we can make money with the exchange. And if they reduce the fees, we actually reduce, because people say, oh well, the fees are too high. They're pretty competitive actually, but if they reduce the fees, remember, our commissions are going to reduce, because we get commission on them. Okay, so that's something to bear in mind. For me, it's not a problem reducing the fees, because again, it actually will allow people to trade more. So it'll cancel itself out. All right, okay, we might not make as much commission, but we are going to see more active trading, because there's going to be more opportunities to take profits because of the fees. If you look at Zaken, you'll need to really make 7% there to make a profit, okay, because 3% of buying, 3% selling, and that leaves you 1% profit. And then obviously with Aslan, you know, we get, again, it's 2% buying, 2% selling. So you need to make 5% there on you know, to make a profit there. And then it's all to do with capital, more tokens that you've got. Great. Some people like myself, I just see the, you see, it's only 18 days. Okay, or just over now, and the we've seen the price go up and up and up, and you can buy and sell. But for me personally, remember, if you sell, you've got to buy back in. So that's something to consider. So when you're going to buy back in, you're going to wait for the price to come down. But if you have a look at the chart each day, it's not coming down that much. And what you'll find is more members are going to be buying and buying, because remember, because there's no compounding with the arbitrage now, the members are going to see that profit there each day. So what are they going to do with that? I mean, they're going to use that, obviously, ideally, to make more profits. How do you do that? You buy the tokens. So you're going to see more of that, and that will keep driving the price up. In addition to the market, obviously, you know, we've seen Bitcoin and everything, it's rising, and it'll go past 9, it's past 19 now, it'll go to 20 and go past the all-time high. It'll keep, a bull run is, you know, there's no end to it until it's going to be 100k for me. But anyway, outside of that, the beautiful thing is what I see is that I'm holding onto mine. Because I just see the price keep going up. It's going up and up, and yeah, it comes up and down in the day. You know, you can see the chart, but ultimately, it's I've not seen it at a low when I first bought, because more people are buying. That's the bottom line, and the market's up. So it's.
Well, I have an idea, because like I know they're looking at also incentivizing us networkers who want to share the
token. Yeah.
Tokens with people. But also another idea where would they be possible to add the tokens and arbitrage them and include them in our arbitrage anyway? Would that be possible or not?
Not that I'm aware of. You see, the way you look at it, the way I look at it is this. Okay, remember, all the members now, they can't use the compounding feature from the arbitrage is not there. So the members are going to be making. Again, it doesn't take much to have. I know that obviously the returns are lower now, but there's still returns, and people will see profits there. These don't see them every, you know. So when they withdraw every day, what's going to happen? Your members really are just transferring all the profits from there into the tokens, so the price will just keep going up, and the commissions will as well. You know, or everyone's commission will keep going up because of that. And then outside of that, we haven't got the presentation for the new compensation plan. But ultimately, you know, we will get that. We will get that before the next time I do the presentation next Tuesday, and it is very similar to the old plan. Obviously, it pays down all the 10 levels, etc. We're just moving that plan into the tokens, and that's really the business that we have now. We make money with the tokens. That's the bottom line. Just like people make money with Bitcoin, people make money with Ethereum. People make this, you know, nearly 8,000 cryptocurrencies out there. And again, you've got the DeFi tokens, and the beautiful thing about the MindCAPITAL tokens is they've got a basket of the best of what the companies see profits in, and we get a combination of that, and that's brilliant. So for me, it's just great. For me, it's just a great token to own and keep buying, and that's what I'm going to be doing. And of course, you know, people say, well, when are you going to sell? When are you going to take? When you need some profits, when you need some income, you know, when you need to pay bills. And that's what I do with Bitcoin. But as you know, I don't sell my Bitcoin. I take loans on my Bitcoin, because never sell Bitcoin, just never do. You know, you take loans, and basically, depends on your own country and region. Obviously, when you're taking a loan in the UK, where I live, for instance, there's no tax on loans. So, and your Bitcoin price will always surpass the actual interest that you're paying back by far. Okay, by far. So, very few people know about this and how to do this, and literally, I mean, you know, you're talking about less than, you know, 1% of the world will know this. The guys in property have done this for 100 years. Okay, yeah, what they do, yeah, they do the same thing. They buy property, they rent it out, and then they take a loan on the property in the equity. Okay, and there's no tax on that, and they've been doing that for 100 years. And I've always explained, in my opinion, owning Bitcoin is like owning property. So if you've got one, okay, that's great. If you've got 2, 3, even better, 5, 10, you're laughing. And obviously any more than that, it's just more wealth and more happiness, basically.
Perhaps you could do a webinar on how to actually go about doing that for anyone in the future.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we can do that. Again, obviously I do the weekly training, which I always mention about that. But yeah, we can do that. There's lots of different ways you can take loans on Bitcoin. Just do research on it. Lots of companies out there. I used Nexo for a long time, and Nexo are brilliant. And again, obviously, there's lots of other companies offering these ways to do that now. And again, it's definitely the way that I would strongly recommend.
Just to expand on that, Simon. So let's say, because we're making profit in MindCAPITAL, so they go into they withdraw it from the MindCAPITAL account, put it into the MC arbitrage, which might be us who sponsor these people make a profit.
Well, we can't. The arbitrage, remember, is not work. We can't add any new funds in the arbitrage now.
But they take the money out, their profits out into the MC exchange.
Correct.
Convert it to Bitcoin, and then they can use that Bitcoin for this loan.
Yeah, so the way, you just do some research on it, go to the Nexo site and things like that, and you can read out what they do. Ultimately, they they need collateral. So let's say you put 2 Bitcoin in there, or it could be anywhere, $10,000 worth of Bitcoin. Okay, they'll loan you 50% generally. And now it changes with the different companies. But that's generally what Nexo do. So they'll loan you 50% collateral, and then you've got your fiat, of course, but you still own that Bitcoin. So you're never selling it. So you still own the Bitcoin. Yes, you've got a loan. You've just taken loans on it. It's basic, principles of what property guys have done for literally hundreds of years now. So, yeah, again, I only learned about it literally, I think it was I'd been into Bitcoin about a year. And then, one of the CEOs I was working with at the time mentioned it to me, and he just casually mentioned it, never mentioned anything. And then I did my research on it, and then I found Nexo, and I thought, let's try it out. And I thought, wow, I think I did about 10 grand or a grand. I can't remember exactly now, but let's say 10 grand. I put 10 grand in Bitcoin in there. I took a loan of 5 grand. 5 grand went into my own bank account to pay my bills, running my company. And again, I still own the Bitcoin. And now, have I paid that Bitcoin? Have I paid that loan off? No, I pay interest on it, but the interest is very small. But my Bitcoin is absolutely soared in price. And of course, I could pay it off now, no problems. Okay, so, it's up to yourself whether you pay it off in the future when it doubles in price. Then that way, obviously, what's happened, you've had all the cash out, okay, to, live and pay bills and run your company. And you still own the Bitcoin.
That's awesome information, so pay attention to that. Now, another one, I think you're having a ambassador meeting with Gonzalo regarding ideas to throw around regarding the compensation plan or the...
Well, the compensation, okay, well, the English is... It's a very Spanish-led company, so the ambassador...
We know.
Yeah.
None of us speak Spanish. I know you and I.
I know. So basically, we can't understand anything. I mean, I've used my phones and everything, and you try and get some information on there. It's quite difficult to understand really what they're saying. So literally, it's kind of like we're guessing. Me, Jets, and Valdemir, and. I'm not sure what we've got any other. I think that's the 3 of us who are basically non-speaking Spanish ambassadors, and the rest are all Spanish speaking because of the South American, as well.
Yeah, and Russia's going crazy in Germany as well.
Yeah, the Russian and especially both countries are big, and Germany especially is kind of leading the way, which it always has. Very, very big. In the industry, we've got a very big team. Obviously, Valdemir, he's an ambassador, so he's the biggest team. So all great, and all leaders have taken on board what's happened. I think the company did a great explanation on Monday about everything, and the transparency is absolutely amazing, and it's brilliant that we've got a company that are giving us that. And people say, well, this is what you want to do. Is when you find a good company, is stick with them. MindCAPITAL, what do? okay, they're experts in producing profits in crypto. So they're all, and they've actually, and now with the arbitrage, remember, they're not taking any new members in. You cannot get into the arbitrage, unfortunately, okay, because of the exchange issue. Now, but there are other ways you can profit from the tokens, and that's what, obviously, that's what they encourage you to do. Buy the tokens and you'll make money from them. The members now, the price of them tokens will just keep going up. And, you know, who knows where it will be, you know, 6 months from now. Them tokens could be $1,000 each. Think about that. It could be. It could be. I mean, you know, I wouldn't rule anything out in crypto. I mean, we've seen, you know, magnificent returns. So that's what we have. So it's definitely worth buying in and acquiring them. And me personally, yes, you can buy and sell them, but remember, you've got to buy in again. You see? So that's the thing. Now, of course, you've got to take some profits somewhere along the line. Okay, so of course, when you need some, you know, you need some cash, then for me, the way I would do it is I would just take what I need, and if you know, if I need $1,000, pay a bill or whatever, or you know, whatever, I'd just take $1,000 profit when I need that, and then obviously, you know, I'd be building up a business to buy more. I mean, that's what I'm doing. You know, I'll be buying another 10 grand in the next day tomorrow. And then, you know, again, every time I'll be taking purchases on these tokens and just buying them up.
And one thing I point out to people that I've come across, because I've been in other exchanges, Bitrex, Kraken, other crypto exchanges out there, and our MindCAPITAL exchange is very simple to use.
Yeah, of course. You know, if you can use, if you know how to buy and sell Bitcoin, you'll know how to do this. Use the exchange here. It's basic, a few clicks. We've done loads of videos. There's videos in the site there. You know, we do the team training. I log in and show you how to do it all there every week now. So I'm doing that every week. And remember, that's our business model now, is the exchange and the tokens. And obviously, yes, we've got the new bot coming. So this is our business. So it's our, you know, it's our job to do that. And it is so easy to use. And remember, Thomas, this is before there was any issues with the arbitrage, remember? Okay, what did I say? I said the top income in this business will be from your exchange fees. It will be because we're going to have thousands of members using that exchange, buying and selling, and you know, Binance, Kraken, these guys make billions in profits on fees. PayPal, you know, PayPal do, and banks do, and in essence, obviously, we are obviously making the same. So that's beautiful. What a great business. And again, this is early days in MindCAPITAL. You know, they've got, like I said, they're working on another 5 or 6 bots. Again, you know, they've got all kinds of, you know, they've mentioned different kind of ways I know they were talking to us about offering a service where it's recommending tokens and things, a recommendation service. But in reality, you know, that might come in the future.
Now, I think that also the tokens, I mean, my main interest is the DeFi token, because decentralized finance is very fascinating if you just consider how that implicates the world of finance. And you mentioned ASVAN, which is the stable, fairly stable cryptocurrency, which is going with Bitcoin going ballistic at the moment.
Yeah. Well, that's one. That's the so you see that token. The Aslan has made the most because of Bitcoin in parabolic mode, and obviously you've got Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin. You know, if we have a look now, XRP Ripple has made 140% in the last week alone, and
people don't quite comprehend that when you're talking about percentages, right? You go, because what they get at the bank is, you know, pitiful.
Well, you don't get anything in the bank now, and you're gonna get actual. And they've never encouraged savers for years. I mean, it's just the whole model of fiat. So you definitely don't want to be, you know, there's no value in fiat at all. You know, it's just basically you know, it's eating away any of your savings in fiat, and that's why people are starting to understand it. Do some research on money and what money is, and then you'll start to realise that, you know, you want to be in assets that literally are producing, and Bitcoin is still fairly new to it. A lot of people know about it, but most people still don't have it. 12 years been created 12 years ago. It's still a very young asset, but it's the best performing asset by about 9 million% or something. It's ridiculous. Yeah, it's so high.
I totally agree with you. You and I have been. I'm trying to educate people in this cryptocurrency.
Yeah, well, people educate themselves, and it's once you get into it, it's it's very for me, it's very addictive. It's great. There's so much money you can make. I mean, it's not even funny. I mean, it's like buying property, physical property, at literally for peanuts. That's where we're at with this. Bitcoin at 20,000, people will be looking at that. I wish I could have bought it at 20,000. When when it becomes like 200,000, yeah, and then it'll become 1 million, and I was saying last night, one Bitcoin will be $5 million each, and it will. I mean, it might take 30 years to do that. It might not. Who knows? Who knows the future? But it will get there because of that limited supply. Because it's obviously digitalized. All the benefits of it far outweigh anything else out there. It's just an amazing asset. Very, very done. It's maths and it's real. And again, it's just absolutely awesome.
All right. So those are all the questions I had in regards to that. I know the company. I mean, when you introduced me to this company, I'm so glad you did, because the profits I've made from this have been able to compound.
Well, I'll just give you an example now, right? I'm just on the screen share now, okay? Just give me the screen share now, and I'll show you something. I'm going to log into CoinMarket, okay? And I'm going to share you. Now, these are the tokens, okay? Now, just for everybody who's watching, thinking about MindCAPITAL or thinking about buying these tokens, all these here, this is my watch list. See here? This is my watch list on CoinMarket. And all these tokens, all these cryptocurrencies here are all within the MindCAPITAL. So, yeah, all of them apart from these two, actually. There's only two that MCO, ignore that one, and Nexo, they're not. But all of the rest are. So this is the returns. If you own or would have bought, okay, the MindCAPITAL, Aslan, and Zaken, these are the percentages you would have made. And this is what you're making. Okay, so you can see it in the last 7 days. Bitcoin 6%, Ethereum 25%, Ripple 136%, Tether, all right, that's a stable. Bitcoin Cash 40%, Chainlink 13%, Litecoin 21%, yeah, IOTA 53%, Uniswap 14%, Aave, you've lost a little bit there, 9%. That's the only one, by the way. Yearn Finance 3.68%, but last week, by the way, this was over 100%. Okay, just so you're aware of that. Maker 18%, you're getting the idea. Compound 13%, Ren 20%, Nano 79%, Band Protocol 19%, 5%, sorry, ignore the 5 because that's Nexo, but Balance, BAL 20%. This is right. So imagine you trying to buy all them separately, all the different exchanges you've got to use, okay, and then all the costs equated to that, okay, and then manage it. Now, all you need to do with MindCAPITAL is just go in there and buy 2 tokens, and you automatically own all these.
Well, I understood that when they first brought them out there, Simon. I think, this is a brilliant idea.
Well, most people don't realise that. So that's what you've got. So imagine, basically, how do you feel about this, Thomas? Yeah, you own these tokens of MindCAPITAL. Yeah. You've made your Ripple percentage there has made 136% this week. You've made 25%.
You wouldn't even get that. You wouldn't even get 1% in a bank for a year. You're looking at 130%.
Yeah. By the way, in the banks you don't get 1% a year. You don't get anything now. And then if you take if you take inflation, real inflation into it, you're getting less than 10%. You're getting minus. Well, it's the truth. I mean, when people wake up and realise that what you were buying 10 years ago. I mean, I'll give you an example. I was getting paid in crypto, in Bitcoin, 3 years ago, 2017, and the price was $1,250. Now, if I would have been getting paid in fiat money, pounds, euros, dollars, whatever, okay, yeah. Now, so think about that. 3 years later, that whatever I was getting paid in fiat is worth less because of inflation of going up. So it's buying less. Now, I was getting paid in Bitcoin, though. And Bitcoin's price at that time was $1,250. And now it's $19,293. 3 years later. So that's the power of what we have. Where do you think Bitcoin's price will be in 3 years from now?
Exactly.
It's going to be 100,000 minimum. I mean, it'll be 100,000 this time next year. But let's say it didn't get there. It took 3 years to get there. Again, you get the picture. And that's what we have. And what about all these others? Yeah? That's what we have in our hands here. We've got something phenomenal. There's so much money and profits to make here. It is a very exciting market. It's great.
When you mentioned hyperinflation there, Simon, even here, the same, keep on explaining to you, the same amount of money you had here, that's $50, $100, whatever it is, to go buy shopping.
Exactly.
It doesn't buy you as much as it did 5 years ago.
Exactly. I'm just going to log into mine now, okay, and you see there 46,930, okay, this is the exchange. So you can see here now, okay, I bought 40,000 and it's already just worth, again, just shy of $7,000 profit. Now, so basically, if you think about that, if I wouldn't have bought a token, okay, I wouldn't have made that. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's a bit of a no-brainer. $7,000 I made there, and that is the business that we have. Absolutely easy. Again, Nemesis tokens, and again, you can see the price here, and obviously.
I think they also mentioned they're going to put on here limit.
Buy and sell limits, yeah. The traders have asked this. They want buy and sell limits, and we don't want to scare people off there. That's literally if you want to do.
I've done a trading course with yourself.
If you, it's not, it's basic, but again, the buy and sell limits. So in other words, you'll just put an order in for a buy there and a sell there, and that's it, and then you can go to sleep, and then it'll execute the price obviously that you set it within them parameters. Obviously, make sure because of the fees. Yeah. So that's more for the traders. Mm-hmm.
But for those who a bit scared of this thing, this exchange, very simple to use. I've used it. Someone's used it. Quite a few people used it. It's really easy to deposit, to withdraw. Withdrawals are virtually instant. And I've been in other companies where they'll pay you like at the end of the week, end of the month. This one, you can take withdrawals anytime you want.
Exactly, yeah. Some days per week, it's all on the blockchain, so literally.
And another benefit I found with the MC Exchange and these tokens is, you can put your money in and you can take your money out any time. Whereas with the arbitrage, locked in for money day.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just for me, it's absolutely brilliant that we have. And again, we're the company. We're all excited about getting the new bot in December, and we're almost there, another week away. And I don't know when we're going to get it in December, but ultimately, the sooner the better. Happy days for everybody. So absolutely incredible.
Now you share the screen. Now, do you want me to blur that? Because I'm not. I know some people had issues with sharing information on the social media in regards to this, but if they want to blank that, that's fine. Let me know, and go cut that.
Yeah. So ultimately, again, anybody got any questions or thinking about joining MindCAPITAL, then just get back to the person who shared this presentation with you. It's a little hangout me and Thomas do on a regular basis. You'll be joining our team, and again, we're here to help you guys. I've been showing people how to make money on the internet now over 22 years. We got into crypto 2017, and again, never look back. And again, it'd be great to have you part of the team. Have you got anything to add, Thomas, or anything you want to mention or ask any questions before we wrap it up?
Yeah, as soon as I know you're having this meeting with the ambassadors. You can let me know what happens after that. If there's some sort of new presentation or new way to present these Zach and Asman Nemesis tokens to the general public, so they can say, okay, this looks like a pretty good idea. Then please let me know.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, as soon as we get the new presentation out, we'll get that to everybody. And again, if I get any information or when I get information regarding the new bot, of course, I'll be sharing it with you guys, definitely. So
I know you'll get it first, and you have to test it out anyway.
Well, yeah. Well, the Spanish-speaking guys get it first, and then we kind of get it next. But yeah, we'll definitely get that information to everybody. Yeah, Thomas, definitely, no problem at all. All right.
Well, I really appreciate again, Simon, for sharing MindCAPITAL with me. It's been a life-changing opportunity. It continues for myself and others who I share. So even though the current situation and the video from the company was really good, they might be a little bit disappointed. Some people are maybe even looking at putting their funds out. Now, I don't recommend doing that, but that's their choice. But they can do that, which is, I find, another key component as to why I like this company so much. Because people who have that kind of fear of losing their money can say, okay, my money's been in my day.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, of course. It's all on the blockchain. We've all known that from day one. Of course, people want to withdraw. Absolutely. Yeah, of course you can. You know, go and do it. The cash, you know, this company are making you money. So I don't know why you want to do that. Because, you know, withdraw your profits. That's what you want to do. Withdraw your profits. Okay? Keep your capital working for you.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Use your profits to pay for your lifestyle.
Exactly, yeah. Use the capital to make more money for you. Yeah, use the profits to live your lifestyle. You got it. Okay, yeah, that's it. Great way to finish.
Thank you, Simon.
Okay, take care. All the best, Thomas. Bye-bye.